Kia ora, Tina Koto, hello and welcome back to Minecraft. So here we are at the house, which is yet to be named, in our village, which is under construction and also yet to be named. Oh, rotten flesh. Nom nom. Yeah, I think something that I want to get going with, not today, but definitely pretty soon, is actually to get a, some kind of path built here, like some kind of path up this mountain. You know, rather because at the moment I'm just going to sort of jump up the side. Or see, the funny thing is I actually come up over here and I go down over there. I mean, like, what is that all about? Yeah, got the cobblestone quarry there. But yeah, the one thing I actually wanted to do today was actually work with the sugarcane, because now we've got the library kind of way off in the distance there. You can just see it here. It's got the our enchanting table in it. We need to get some bookcases, and we're going to need, how many is it now? 15? Something like that. It used to be 30, but it's less than that now. So we need to get a sugarcane farm going. This is the only sugarcane that we've been able to find. The source plants are somewhere over there, and that's just something that I like doing, is just keeping the source plants there for whatever reason. Actually, let's just quickly just take a look over here. I haven't looked over here all that much. I think we came here to get some sand once or something. Oh, yeah, okay, so this might be a nice little dock area that we could work on one day. One day. There's so many trees here. It's like, well, not that I'm complaining about the trees or anything, but yeah, the one thing we need to do for this city is to chop down pretty much all the trees. And then have some kind of tree farm or something. So the next major question is, where exactly do I want to put this sugarcane farm? And how exactly do I want to build it? And I think the answer, first of all, with this, just these 6 that we've got here, we're going to obviously need to expand it pretty big, pretty quickly. But we've only got 6 to start off, so I think just, could just do it out here, nothing. Doesn't need to be amazing. And do I have any stone? I thought I had a ton of stone on me. I know that I've got a bunch of stone down in the mine. Haven't actually played Minecraft or played it on this map in a very long time. Haven't done anything off camera for a change. Like with the last episode, I was doing a bit of mining off camera. Yeah, haven't done any of that this episode. Yeah, so what is going to be today's subject? I've actually got a couple of different ideas in mind. The first major one that I thought of would be to talk about the Curiosity rover on Mars. I kind of talked about Mars last episode, and I kind of said I want to talk about Curiosity this episode, but yeah, so that idea is still on the cards, but I still think I want to talk about something different though. Now what was that going to be? I've completely forgotten now. Oh yeah, that's right, I remember. One thing that I could talk about is ideas, or the idea of having ideas, because I actually I daydream a lot in Minecraft, I'll be honest. Am I going to be able to find any more reeds around here? I really want to accelerate the process, but just get this going. Oh, okay. Yeah, I have a lot of ideas in the real world, just about sort of entrepreneurial ideas, I guess is the word. And how am I going to say this? I just have them, but you know, sometimes they don't work or anything, or they might be a bit impractical. Let's take an example here to give you an idea. Oh man, I think in hindsight it's a terrible idea, but I'm going to tell you anyway. No, scratch that. I think it's a great idea. I think it's a great idea now that I think about it. Okay, you ready? So you know how a fridge is? We're talking real world here. Fridges, a fridge. They keep things cold, right? So, and you know how it's like in summer, and you know, when you're sleeping, you know, you've got like one little sheet thing on your bed thing over you, but it's still too bloomin' hot and you can't sleep and all that kind of stuff. Well, what if you had a fridge that you could stick underneath your mattress? Just let it sink in for a second. I was talking to a couple of different people about it, and the general consensus is that it would be a bit impractical to build something like that, but it'd be cool, like a horizontal fridge to go underneath your mattress. Like, because I think that on the back of fridges they've got like those cold coil things, so that's what I'm talking about. You put those coils on and you put it underneath your bed and you turn it on, or I don't know, how would that work? You just turn it on whenever you need a a bit of cooling on the bed. Put it underneath the mattress so you've got a nice cold mattress to sleep on. Yeah. So that that was one idea I had quite a while ago, and I haven't really thought about it that much since then. But yeah, that's probably not of very much interest to anyone. Alright, but yeah, I've got another, something a bit more about ideas that I wanted to talk about. Was I guess not really, I'm just kind of telling stories here. Is that okay? I'm sure a lot of the people here watching are just, I'm not really sure what they're here for. I think, I'm honestly here for the Minecraft, but I think a lot of people are here for this story. I actually need to eat something. I should have some food here. Yeah, so now for avid bird fans will probably know that on my channel a while ago now I released a video that was called Corona. It wasn't very long, and it was just kind of talking about, it just showed off a little bit of footage of me, and I made a menu, like a menu for a game. You know what I mean, right? Like when you boot up a game and it has the main menu, I kind of made a main menu. What am I even in here for? Food. I should have a bit of food around. Is it in here? No, it's not. Did I eat it all? No, I'm running out of food, guys. Okay, well, I can cook some real quick with my wood. I want to save that wood. We'll use this wood. Yeah, so I called the video Corona just because it was like, I just wanted to, that's what I would call the game. The idea for that video basically came about from me sort of thinking, well, what do I want? If I was to ever sort of have a game, or what do I want a game to have, was the question that I asked myself. And so I sort of kind of started in my mind making a list of all the things that I wanted sort of in this game. Things like a single player campaign, or you could play a co-op with up to 3 friends, so 4 people in the game. Competitive PvP, which is pretty cool. And then it just kind of got, I somehow got the idea for a game, like a space racing game, like you have little spaceships and you fly them around like tracks in space. And yeah, so it's kind of like freelance, where you have your little ship. I've got that food, let's eat that up and get to bed here. I actually wanted to do a bit more with the sugarcane farm, but I guess we'll just work a bit on the house. Yeah, so I had that going in my brain, and I just eventually just had this massive list, and I started thinking about it, and I did eventually end up calling it Corona. And I was actually, and the main reason I called it that was because I was just thinking of spacing the terms. What would I call my game? Because if it's about space, I needed some kind of space word, and the first space word that came to my head was Corona. So that's that story. I actually want a bunch of fences for this. I also thinking as well, I want to expand the cow farm, which probably means we're going to move it. How much bone meal do I have? Probably not all that much. Yeah, I want to do a little bit of work on this house. Let's try just tearing it down a bit. Anyway, where was I with the Corona thing? Yeah, so I made the menu, and I had this cool music and stuff for it, and yeah, a lot of the feedback for it was actually pretty good. And then a lot of the comments were sort of like, are you developing this game at all? And I was basically just like, well, no, I'm not. Which kind of sucks, because it's like, it would be a great thing to make. And to make a game, I would love to be able to code things, but I just think I'm a bit too impatient to learn the code as such for coding and stuff. Somebody actually sort of asked me during one of my live streams, what code would you want, like Java or whatever? And I sort of said in reply, well, I don't really know, but if I was going to make it, I would choose a code that, why am I even here? X. I would choose a code that was it would be very well optimized, like the end result would be easy, or it would work well. And they sort of just said in reply, well, you probably want to use Lua then. So that's that answer for those who might be interested in that. But yeah, there are no plans to ever make Corona, and I don't think there will be for quite some time. Sorry, guys. I just want to try blending this house a bit better, because when I did this lower area, that was just for the one floor. I'm going to try something a bit different. Maybe if I do something like that and put the logs down. Give that a shot. I know. We'll keep that log there because that actually looked pretty okay. Split it up a bit. Oh yeah, that's looking alright. This might need to change this a little bit, or change this a little bit. This needs to be some of that birch wood. Yeah, so I've actually thought a lot about that game. I kind of want to talk about some of the mechanics of the game. So yeah, it's a space racing game. The idea is that it's as I said, set in space. You can fly. You fly a little spaceship, and there's like races and things. It's kind of like you know, all the other racing games that there are out there in the world right now. But the cool thing about it is that it's in space. Space! And yeah. I think I've pretty much driven the point home. And what else did I want to say about that? Oh yeah, so the ships, you fly little ships around. I would honestly want to be able to customize my ship. The ship that I flew, I would want to be able to choose the parts for it. And maybe even kind of make some custom parts. And I think my kind of inspiration that I'm drawing there is from Kerbal Space Program, which is a pretty cool game. Which is you get to control your own space program with the Kerbals on planet Kerbin and the Kerbal system. It's entirely fictional, but yeah, it's a kind of comical, cool game. I've actually made a video about it, but there's been a lot of updates to the game since I made that video. What else did I want to say? What was I saying? Yeah, the creative aspect of the game. And so the way I would want to do that. Let's just... No, there's no development plans, as I said. But yeah, the way I would want to do it is have... Oh boy, what am I trying to say? Have... There's like two different ways you can make your ship. You can either use the stock parts that come with the game, or you could make or use you can make your own parts. And so here's the thing, making your own parts is not something easy. It would take you quite a long time to do something like that, right? So I really want to appeal to as many people as possible with the customization thing. If people want to make their own ship, yes, it's going to take them a while, or make their own parts at least. Yeah, that they can do it. But if you just want to buy the game and download it and boot it up, and within 5 minutes of doing that, you want to play the game, you can do that too. Is really what what I would be aiming for there, which is kind of cool. Just want to introduce something new about it. There would be, I guess, in-game credits. These aren't sort of things you can like buy with money. Not that this my thinking at the moment anyway. But yeah, there's credits you can win, and they're awarded at the end of like a race, for example. I guess based on how well you did in the race. There's not necessarily coming first. There's a number of factors that I would want. I'll be talking about those in a little while, but yeah, want the people, so you get these credits. It's just like a currency, and basically what I was thinking would be really cool is that if you're particularly daring, oh I know, if I do this, if you're particularly good at building these parts, what you could do, that looks good, is make you can make these parts and then put them on some kind of sort of online store thing, so that people can sort of search for parts and like buy them with in-game credits. So you can make money from racing, or if you're good at designing, you could make them from, you know, building, which is kind of cool. And so, of course, the problem there with a system like that is basically you end up having something where people basically have creative freedom, right? So you can imagine that a lot of the immature people are probably going to make ships that look rather similar to men's areas that we shall not name due to family audience. Yeah. Bit of a bummer. But I think that would be a minority of people doing that, to be honest, just like anything else. But it seems like it's a pretty major thing because, you know, that's basically all you see about it. But yeah, the majority of it would be pretty cool, I think. Alright. Stick that there. I'm getting a bit better at doing this. I still think this house is a bit too consistent. But we'll see. Tear this out. Now, what else do I want to say about that game? So there's a lot of similar elements to other racing games out there. Like there'll be a time limit sort of thing. You know, you'll be able to see what place you are. Now, how many people would I allow in a single race? Well, that's a good question. I don't know. Well, I think the more the better is the answer there. But so how many can you reasonably support? It's the next question, you know, like, for example, like 8 would be, I think, way too little, and 100 would probably be too many, so you've got to try and find a balance. Probably what I would do is have a system where people can decide for themselves how many races they want, or something like, you know, you'd have like a server or something, you know, and you're allowed, I don't know, like 10 races and 8 spectators or something, I don't know. What am I doing here? I will just go all the way up. Gonna need to make a significant amount of scaffolding, seeing as we're so far off the ground here, but oh well, that's okay. I want to get these stairs down to kind of make the roof. Not really going to see the roof too much from here, but hey, want to make sure it looks nice from all angles. What? How does that work? It got placed upside down. There we go. Are we getting to nighttime again? We are. I think, but I still want to keep going though. I think I want to make a little bit of a longer episode because there's still things I want to talk about here. What else do I want to say? There'll be like so the scoring system, you get credits based on a number of different factors, and one of these factors is going to be, of course, the place that you come in the race. There's going to be different types of race genre, I guess is the word. Different kinds of races, and like, I don't know, like just your bog standard race, first across the finish line wins or something, you know. And so the scoring system, getting points, would be different depending on your the thing that you do, the genre. Do I really want to do that? No. Stick that there. Yeah. Okay, that's good. What are these? Okay, these are just full blocks. Okay, they can go. What else did I want to say? There must have been something else I wanted to say, but come on. Oh yeah, so there will be like an in-game score that you can get, which will contribute to your point. I guess the credits that you get, and so the score would basically be how do you get points in this game? Well, it's pretty easy if you think about it. There's like stunts that you can do, right? Like rather than just sort of going in a straight line, you can do things like power sliding, which would be pretty easy. You're just sort of going along, and then you move your cursor over to one side of the screen, and then your ship sort of goes along there and does like a kind of power slide thing. Then a little thing would come up in the corner of the screen saying slide, and then the longer you do the slide, the sort of the number. So you're getting some points for based on the stunt that you're doing, and then once you complete it, those points get added to your score. But if you're quick enough, oh yes, if you're quick enough, you can actually chain these points together, these stunts together. So if you finish a slide and then, you know, within like, I don't know, like a half a second or something, you start to do another slide, then you'll start getting points for that. And then right next to that, in slightly bigger text, there would be an X2. So your final score would basically, or I guess it would, the points would keep going up and then be an X2. So the idea is that if you do a bunch of stunts together and you chain them all together, you can get a massive score. And I really like that idea, you know. So for example, on your standard race, you'd probably be getting somewhere in the neighborhood of 2 million or 2 million points or something. Would be pretty cool. What do I want to make that out of? Let's just get rid of all these. Which I think is really cool. I'm a sucker for big numbers, and if I'm playing a game, I want to have like huge numbers. And the great thing about being in space is that you can go at ridiculous speeds as well, can't you? You're probably going to need something on the screen, or some kind of indicator on screen telling you how fast you're going. So a question that's on my lips now is, you know, how fast can you go? Well, the answer to that is that there is no speed limit. It's space, right? So there's no resistance on your parts. You can pretty much go whatever speed. You can go as fast as you can. The only factors are basically how... I was about to say sort of drag, but again, there's no such thing as drag. How powerful your engines are, I guess, and that would... I was thinking, you know, the parts could be, there could be like sort of, like if you build a part, there could be some kind of algorithm that detects various attributes about your part, like the aerodynamics and aerodynamicity. Well, actually, having said that, aerodynamics probably would play a role, because with the game, I would want people to be, you know, flying in space is not the only thing you'd be doing. You'd be, what's the word? You would be traveling inside the atmosphere of objects. You'd be traveling close to objects. And then comes into play orbits, or gravity. Yes, gravity will affect you if you're traveling around the system and stuff. Traveling around a planet, its gravitational pull is going to adjust your the direction or the trajectory. So yeah, you would be that would be kind of cool. Again, no plans to develop this game, but I've had been thinking about it a lot. I think it's kind of cool. Hold on. Oh, okay, that's down here, right? Did I do that here? Yeah, I did. Okay, it kind of looks a bit plain from the inside. What do I want to make these out of? Well, that looks okay. Try this out. Yeah, what else do I want to say about this game? Oh yeah, it was brought to my attention in the Corona video that Corona would not be the official name for the game, because it was brought to my attention that the name Corona has already been taken. Corona beer. So that probably wouldn't happen. We can just leave that there. So what would I call the game then? It would probably be... The reason I said Corona was... that was basically just the first spacing word that came into my head. Did I already say that? Yeah, I just wanted a cool space word, and that was the first one that popped into mind. So the name would probably get a change at some point. Not sure what I would call it though. Probably... I'm not sure what I would call it. Some kind of other spacing term that hasn't been taken yet. I don't know, like like supernova? No. No. Everybody uses supernova. Black hole? No. So it would take a while to think of. Okay, just wanted to get a couple more logs, see what this looked like. I did some over here. Oh, that's actually not that bad. That looks alright. Need to put some more trap doors up. Yeah, that's looking okay. Oh, could I do stairs again? Yeah, I could do, but I'm not going to. Yeah, it actually looks okay to me. When I'll put some stairs up there, I think. Though, alright, get some back here. Yeah, this is looking quite good. And stick that there. Cool. How many fences? Not very many left. I was worried I was going to do something like that. Right, anything else I wanted to say about the game? So, design, the design of the game would be very important, because when you're running around in these levels, oh, by the way, yeah, I just want to say that really quick, the tracks, the various tracks that you could do in the game would be entirely three-dimensional. It's not like in modern racing games where they're just 2D around some kind of track and some racetrack somewhere in the world. No, they would be fully 3D in the world, like you'd be doing loop-the-loops, things like that, which I think would be pretty cool to do. Get some of these. Gotta get on the roof. Whenever I make Minecraft builds, I like to have a way onto the roof. So we'll get that going. There we go. Alright, I want to get some of these stairs down. What was I saying before I wanted to do three-dimensional tracks? I've entirely forgotten. One take, one run only. Except unless the footage is really bad, like it was in that episode we won't talk about. Oh, what's up here? Oh, okay, no, we're missing a couple, right. Yeah, could throw a workbench down. There'd be a nice troll. Yeah. I'm just living here now. Alright, and we want to keep this area open. We may even blow these out. I don't know. Well, these need to come down anyway. Well, that's looking quite good. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there with this place. Alright, anything else I want to say? I did want to say something else, but I completely interrupted my train. What the heck? My train of thought. With the 3D track thing, I'm so sorry. The music? What would I do for music with the game? Well, I was kind of looking up things on YouTube, like space music, and a lot of it's very ambient and nothing kind of like actiony, or sort of kind of electronic sort of music, I guess. I would probably want to have some kind of feature where, probably just muting or something, but where you could have music that you put on. Yeah. Probably have voice chat support for the game. I don't think many people would use it though. There's voice support for Dungeon Defenders, but not many people use that at all. Alright, yeah, this is looking good. It's just it's a bit chunky, so I want to put some stairs in there. Oh, that flickering effect is still there from 1.5. We're in 1.5.1 now, but no, what am I doing? There we go. Let's just grab a couple. Maybe a little more. Probably going to end up using them, so... Now I'll probably want to head up there. That's the easiest way to get up. There's not really much else to say. Well, I did want this to kind of be a general topic about ideas, but it's kind of turned into a topic about my game idea, Corona. Take these out. How are we doing for time, folks? Are we getting there? We are getting there. I think I just want to quickly try and finish this off here. Probably not going to get much done if we're too slow. That looks okay. Now I can't get in. Okay. Oh, no. Don't want to use that. Well, thankfully I made plenty. Oh! I got it from here. That's cool. I think I just want to quickly say with this LP, it's mostly just kind of laid back, but the thing is that I'm playing on hard difficulty, and whenever I go caving or whatever, the monsters, they just come out of nowhere, man. Alright, I really do want to finish this off on camera, because then I won't have to come on here for a while. It's kind of like with the CC, I'll be a little bit honest, I don't really play much on the CC apart from when I'm recording. But that is changing. I am starting to play a bit more on there now. I'm probably going to play on there a bit once I'm finished here. Just do some off-camera work. I need to... Oh, that was right. Need to still move all my stuff up into the birdhouse. So that is going to happen. But yeah, if... Oh, by the way, if any people who are developers and are sort of have been listening to this thing and they're just going, man, I'm totally interested in... Or sort of helping you make this game, Bird. Well, I'm only a private message away if you really want to help out there. Honestly, as I said, no plans for me to ever develop this, unfortunately. So someone would have to kind of, you know, do it for me or something. I'm not a computer genius or coding genius or whatever, so yeah. Well, we haven't quite finished the house here, but I think we are going to have to end the episode here, guys. Well, maybe I could quickly... No, I don't have enough. Okay. Yeah, guys. This was an episode of Minecraft. There goes the outro music. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. No, my outro. My name is Birdtross, and kia kaha. Kia ora, guys. Just wanted to thank you for watching this episode of Minecraft with Birdtross. I think it was actually quite a good episode. We got a lot of work done on the house, we got that sugarcane farm up and running, did a decent discussion I think as well. Maybe a bit rambly, but yeah, pretty good in my opinion. If you like the video, don't forget to like the video. Always helps the video out and I really appreciate it. If you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscription button to hear when I upload a new video. You get to see it on the YouTube homepage. On the screen right now, that top video there is my previous Minecraft with Birdtross episode. In that one we talk a bit about Mars. And we also get our first enchantment table in that one. Awesome! The bottom left there is my most recent Craftsman Collective, where we take to the clouds and become the true birds of the server. Down there in the bottom right is my latest FTL video with the Stealth Cruiser Type A. That's a great episode, and if you haven't seen FTL before, a great video to watch. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.